Hello, Mother. This is Half Mental. The show is 90% baseball and the other half mental. I am the combined spirits of Mike Trout and Christian Yelich, who will be with us in spirit.
I was going to say I am the injured list.
Oh, yeah.
That was really what I was going to go with.
Oh, okay.
It was a rough week.
Yeah. It's been a... Well, here, let's cheers real quick.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, it's kind of been a bad week for baseball, I feel like.
Yeah.
Christian Yelich, one of the game's brightest young stars, is out for the season.
Mike
and
Trout?
a really to me seemed like a very painful way to go down.
Oh, yeah?
Did you see it?
I guess I didn't.
He just fouled the ball directly off his kneecap. Which doesn't
I did hear. I never saw it. I did hear about that.
It doesn't sound like the worst thing, but when you see it and then when you realize how hard that ball had to hit him to
means.
Yeah, it probably hurt so bad. And then Mike Trout, who is, I would say at this point, undeniably, indisputably, the game's brightest star.
Indubitably the brightest star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there were other ones, too.
Rizzo
is
out, right? Yeah, Shohei's out.
Shohei's out. Rizzo, I don't know if Rizzo's for the season. He's in a boot for 5 to 7 days, and then they're going to reevaluate him. I read that today. Javier Baez, but I think that might have been before.
Baez was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I just heard earlier, just a couple of minutes ago, the Washington Nationals are playing the Cardinals right now. That's why I will be glancing at my phone occasionally.
No,
but without their manager, Davey Martinez had a heart procedure today or last night or something.
Whoa.
He had chest pains during the game and went to the hospital, and they did something.
Wow.
I don't know.
Dang.
And the Cards are up 2-0.
Rich Hill made his...
he came back, right?
He came back
yeah.
for the Dodgers in the second inning.
The mountain has returned.
Yeah, but then he injured himself again. I think he's...
Oh, did he get injured?
Yeah, he injured his knee. He pitched 2 innings. So, yeah, it's been a tough week.
Yeah. It really has been.
Dodgers bullpen blew a game. That was a bummer. Jed Jericho won a game for us last night.
Yeah. Just the worst.
Yeah. Tell me about it. He looks like a cartoon character, sort of.
So in St. Louis Cardinal blogs and stuff, they would call him the human thumb. He just looks like a thumb.
That's funny. I can totally see that.
He's got a thumb head.
Okay, so we can do this. Other things other than our teams.
So...
Oh, the Cubs scored 178 runs this weekend.
That was a theme through the week. In scoring was crazy.
True.
So when we recorded last week, the Astros had just scored 21 runs.
Right.
And then they scored 15 runs, and then they got beat by 14, and then I think got beat by another big, gigantic number.
Lopsided number, yeah.
So, and I went through, and all week, there were multiple games that were 10 to 11, 14 to 6. It was a crazy week.
Yeah.
And it sure seemed like a lot more. The Cubs scored 47 runs in 3 games.
That's still a lot.
You want to know how many runs the Cardinals scored in their first 2 games in Coors Field?
Oh, was it 0?
It's 2.
2.
It's really not enough. Yeah.
But they got shut out in Coors, right? One of those games.
I don't know. It was such an ugly, ugly series.
Yeah. Weird.
I learned that Cardinals Twitter hates Nolan Arenado. And I don't think it's just because he hits 480-foot home runs against us. I don't know why.
And somehow that wasn't the furthest home run of that series. It belonged to a Cardinal.
Yeah. Rangel Ravello hit the second longest home run of the year.
Yeah, 487 or something like that.
Yeah, 487. It was awesome.
Ooh, that was awesome.
So he helped a little bit. I've had some major prospect FOMO because every other club has called up their dude. You know, Gavin Lux hit a home run this week.
Right.
And here's this guy, I think it was the Twins maybe, called up some reliever in AAA who struck out 70% of his batters this year faced.
Whoa.
He pitched like 30 innings and struck out 65 people or something totally insane. Like, it was crazy. Nuts.
Yeah.
And their fans get to watch him pitch.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals did not do that to any of their big guys. Rondell Ravello is one of our... He's like sort of interesting. He obviously has power, I guess.
Yeah. 487 is probably not a mistake.
But, yeah, I mean... but, like, you know, Dylan Carson didn't come up. I don't know.
I'm sorry, Dan.
It's been sort of rough. And we were 2-4 this week. So
yeah.
It's really not helping.
So, not my play of the week, but certainly a play I'd like to discuss. I'm not even sure if we've talked about this. Did you see how the Dodgers ended up escaping Baltimore without losing that series?
No, I didn't pay any attention.
The Dodgers were losing like late in the third game of that series. I was like, okay, well, we're about to drop a series to the Baltimore Orioles, which is just unacceptable.
It's pretty rough.
And Dylan Bundy, Tulsa native, was pitching. And the Orioles were up. They were up 2-0 or something like that. Or it must have been 2-1. And there was a guy on second and third, 2 outs. Dylan Bundy throws a swing and a miss strike that the catcher misses. And it goes to the backstop. And Bundy just never covers home. Like,
oh no.
Everyone's like screaming at him. And he's just, it's like, it's not even like he forgot to cover home.
It's like he didn't know he was supposed to. Or
no,
like,
it was like defiant. He was just like, fuck this.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy.
So did both runs score?
Both runs scored. Corey Seager got to third and like, Corey Seager seriously got to third and was like...
Was the batter and got to third, or was this your guy on second?
That'd be interesting.
I don't know. I mean,
so Corey Seager,
like every
Corey
game
Seager
up.
was on second. I can't remember who was at third. Doesn't matter. He scores regardless.
Yeah.
But Corey Seager advances from second to third, and it's just like, he's just not going to cut. Like,
I guess I should just run.
Everyone's, like, in the park is yelling at him. His coach is yelling at him, and he just never covered. And Corey Seager came in and scored.
Speaking of teams that gave up, the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, I guess we already discussed how many runs the Cubs scored. But, I mean, there was just no fight.
Yeah.
And all you need is you just need him to fight a little bit.
You would think in Division 2, unless the Pirates just really have it out against the Cardinals.
I don't know. I mean, and now the Reds are in a different position, I think, probably. But, like, we need the Reds to play well against the Cubs.
They will. The Reds play the Cubs.
I mean, they were down 3-0 in the first.
Oh. The Cubs are or the Reds are?
The Cubs were up. Oh, now it's 3-1. Reds have the bases loaded in the third.
How many outs?
2.
Oh.
Speaking of bases loaded with a couple outs, the most predictable outcome was yesterday.
This is actually what I was going to talk about.
When the Cardinals were up. They were up, I want to get this right. They were up 4-3. And it came out later that Carlos Martinez, like, got asthma while he was in Colorado. And was having, like, major respiratory issues, so was unavailable in the game. So Schultz doing all these, like, weird matchup things, and everybody he brings in is just, like, walking a Brewer. It's like, oh, you walk a Brewer, and then we'll try this other guy.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Braun came in and hit a grand slam.
Yeah.
And it was just like when you saw the weird pitching stuff, you were just like, there's no way.
Right.
It was the 9th inning, and it was like, there's no way. I told you it was a walk-off, but we were actually at home.
Right. It was the top of the ninth. I saw.
And then we hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the ninth.
I didn't see that part.
So we ended up losing 7-6. It was terrible. That would have been, we needed that game.
Yeah.
Would have been nice.
And it's Ryan Braun.
Yeah, who's just so hateable.
Yeah.
You know did you hear what he started doing, though?
No.
I'm pretty sure he would wear Yelich's jersey under his jersey.
I did hear about this.
He did that for like a few games.
Mm-hmm. He had a home run.
Which is kind of cool, actually.
It is kind of cool. I know.
God.
Dang it. Second chances and stuff, I guess, but he's still a douchebag. Yeah, it's just, I was going to ask you, how do you feel about giving that up to Ryan
Just
Braun?
the worst game.
You know what? Dodgers are playing. All of a sudden, they're kind of needing to play for like
some seeding.
Yeah, screw home field advantage for the World Series. Let's not let the Braves catch us and lose home field advantage.
I mean, you guys are still 4 games up on the Braves.
It's a
That's
seven game magic number for the NL
home field
clinch. We clinched the division series already, so we got that at home.
You guys clinched your division sooner in the season than you have since moving from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Earliest the Dodgers, and maybe anyone has ever clinched, I think is September 4th. They clinched on like the 9th or something, whatever last Monday was.
Good.
So that's good, although I know you're sick of hearing this, but I'm not convinced we're in a good spot right now.
Well, Kenley pitched the 8th yesterday, right?
He pitched well.
That's good.
And then we just did like committee to close that game. But we had a committee.
Get Kenley the 8th and give it to Gonsolin or May or whoever,
We had a committee explosion like you're talking about on Saturday.
Yeah.
Good game. Ryu pitched scoreless. It was Ryu DeGrom.
Oh, yeah, he had a good game again.
It was a really good game. Dave Roberts pulled Ryu, which I guess is smart. The more I thought about it. The night of it, I was like, why? But the goal is not to beat the Mets after we've clinched a playoff spot.
Right.
But Ryu had 90 pitches, and we took him out in after the 7th. But he gave up no runs.
Yeah.
2 hits maybe. And then Joe Kelly, who's been so good, he's not been as sharp in the last couple outings. Hit a guy.
It's the Joe Kelly experience.
Yeah. Hit a guy. Then we bring in Urias, and he hits 2 guys to load the bases.
Wow.
And it's just like, all right. 3 hit by pitches. We're going to be real lucky to get out of this without any damage. And we got it to the last possible strike. We 1 strike away from getting out of it, and the Mets hit a bases clearing double. We lost the baseball game. But Dustin May looked good yesterday. He hit a guy. But then he struck out the side.
Good.
So, on the American League side of things, can you check and see how far back the Indians are? Is it still like 4 games?
Yeah, the Indians are going to miss the playoffs. They're 4.5 behind Minnesota.
Yeah, it's tough.
And they're out of the wild card. They're a
Kepler,
game and a half out of the wild card.
Kepler went down for the Twins, too, I think. I think that was...
Yeah, I think that's right.
So that's a big loss for them.
the Twins are pretty beat up. They keep... they're 5-5 in their last 10, for whatever that's
How many wins do the Yankees have? 98?
So does Houston. Whew.
And how many wins did the Dodgers have? 96?
97.
97? All right, we're hanging in there.
Yeah. Jose Altuve's
He's good.
swagger back.
He's a good baseball player.
Yeah, he's been real good lately.
Oh, meant to talk about this last episode.
Okay.
A young man that I actually can say, sort of, that I coached a little bit, made his major league debut.
Yeah. Another Tulsa native hits the major leagues.
Yeah, Donnie Walton.
Yeah.
And he made a great diving play.
Did he?
In his debut.
Cool.
I don't think he's done anything offensively, but he made a really nice diving play, like up the middle, got back on his feet, and threw the guy out at first.
Did you see what record he set?
No.
The Seattle Mariners have used more players in games than any team in the history of Major League Baseball.
And Donnie?
He was the one.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And they've used more since him.
Yeah.
I think I want to say he was like their 65th player.
We just touched legs on a table.
Oh my God.
It was not cool.
I think it was his. I'm pretty sure he was their 65th player used, and that's set the record.
That's so cool. So has a major league record.
Yeah.
That didn't take long.
Yeah. There you go.
Congrats, Donnie.
We saw him at the Texas League All-Star game.
That's right. Do you think? Wave hello to him.
Yeah.
Do you think it didn't go as well as I thought? But he waved back. I was hoping he'd want to chat. Friend of the show, Donnie Walton. Do you think? Do you think there'll be competition for the nickname Donnie Baseball?
No.
Me neither. Okay. Did you see Charlie Kluberson get hit in the face?
Yeah, plus Charlie Culberson got hit in the
Culberson.
face.
Sorry.
Yeah, actually, I meant to mention him with our injury. He's not as
Yikes.
notable a player, but it's pretty rough.
The slow motion shot of it, I feel like you can see his nose. Like,
He's out for the year.
is he?
Yeah.
I mean, I assumed.
He didn't need surgery, which everyone was pretty pleased with.
Yeah.
But he's got a fractured, I think it said fractured eye socket or something. I don't know how that doesn't require surgery.
Ugh. It is hard to watch.
Yeah, and they didn't award him first base.
Yeah, strike.
I mean, this is an amazing. So he was squared to bunt.
Right.
This is a worthwhile play, I think, to talk through. And the ball just kind of rode up on him,
Yeah.
and he couldn't get out of the way. And they called it a strike, and Snitker lost his mind.
Yeah. Which
I'm
is
pretty sure.
understandable, too.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I'm sure Snicker knows that that's the rule. But also, like, when you see that
Like,
happen to
yeah.
a human, you're like, whoa, wait a second.
was he the one that was he yelling like you should be ashamed? I think that was that him. I think
Sounds
that's
right.
what. Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen that happen quite like that.
Yeah.
Braves Twitter was devastated.
I bet. That's a big loss.
Yeah.
Charlie Kluberson.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, who's gonna do Dansby Swanson stunts now?
yeah, good call. Yeah, well, in all seriousness, Charlie,
Yeah,
speedy
it's
recovery
the real deal.
to you, my friend. Friend of the show.
He's gotten a lot of airtime on our show, actually.
He has.
Way
He has.
outpaces
I don't know if
like
you guys-
production.
I don't know how many hardcore fans
Yeah,
are out there
we've got
remember
some-
the face morph that we did one
That was
episode.
a great one.
Yeah.
This is a real half mental classic.
All right, I believe it's...
The Tortuga's back.
Is he?
Williams' studio got called up in September.
Oh, and I think he made like a...
He had kind of a cool play.
Yeah, like in foul territory
Yeah.
or something.
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that he both walked and struck out since coming back up. So
Ugh.
he's got to stop. It's way too.
gotta
It's
stop
way off
doing
brand.
It's a power rankings week. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, I did not come prepared for that, but I did come prepared with the play of the week.
Great.
Did you?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, it's about time. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Zach Greinke had a fun little play.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
He threw a pitch, and there was a little, not a comebacker, but a lightly hit ground ball to the left side of the infield. Sorry, let me set the scene a little bit more.
Okay.
Runner on third.
Got it.
Lightly hit ball to the right side of the infield. And Greinke goes to field it and pivots towards third base to check on the runner, except he didn't field the ball. It wasn't really hit that close to him. He
Whoa.
totally deked the runner.
Nice.
It was very cool.
That's awesome.
It went more or less straight to the second baseman who threw it to first for the out.
But he held the runner.
But he held the runner
That's
just by
cool.
faking him out.
That's really cool.
And because, and we've talked about Greinke a lot too,
Yeah.
he's such a fascinating dude. Like, I feel like when he gets a runner on third, he's like, oh, I can just fake that guy out if I need to.
Yeah.
Like, he probably thinks that every time,
Right.
and that's the only time he'll ever get the chance to do that in his entire
exactly.
life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Do you remember in the Clayton Kershaw game at Driller Stadium that we saw when
I didn't go to the Drillers game when Kershaw was there.
Oh, that's right. Dodgers catching prospect. It wasn't Will Smith.
The
It was
other
Ruiz.
one?
Yeah. He made an awesome play. There was a guy on third with like one out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a slow dribbler up the third base line. And Ruiz fields it, does a dramatic pump fake to first, as if he's just getting the routine play, and caught the guy cheating off the bag at third and threw him
Yeah.
out. It was awesome.
That's great.
My play of the week goes to, actually, I believe this is my second time, or maybe even third, to give this young man a play of the week. And I might not even say his name right.
This season?
No, I think this is over the course of,
Okay.
The whole shebang. Michael Franco. For the
Okay. I think it's like
Michael
or
yeah,
something.
I know.
I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But
He made a play over the weekend. Just one of those great third base, like backhanded in foul territory plays. But the throw is his feet. I'm not even kidding you. You know how a baseball diamond goes like this, and then there's the dirt. He is in foul territory, probably 6 feet off the line, and in the outfield. And he's not he doesn't have the most athletic build in the world.
Okay.
Which I can, I cannot relate to that, so I don't know.
But imagine.
But just try and picture that. No, but he makes an incredible throw.
Cool.
And it looks kind of funny because, if Machado did it, it'd just be like,
yeah.
But it's he's sort of fighting against his body. And he makes an awesome throw.
Cool.
And it's amazing. I would have to crow hop, and this guy does it off of his back foot in the air. Half mental tip of the invisible cap. Power rankings.
Okay.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right. I got as follows: 5 to 1, 1 to 5.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going Minnesota Twins,
Okay.
Atlanta Braves, Los Angeles Dodgers, Houston Astros, New York Yankees.
You're putting the Yankees one?
Yeah.
They did get Dylan Betances back.
Yeah, and they're just really, really good. So.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put the A's at number 5.
Cool. God,
Man, the A's are so good.
I just really love that team.
Do you see Sean Manaea's afro pregame or something?
No, but did you see Mike Fryer's beard?
Oh my God, I can't believe we didn't talk about it. Stop the show.
Start over.
I can't believe we talked about baseball for 20 minutes and didn't talk about this guy's beard.
Yeah.
It's Mike Fears? I think it's Fears.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's with the Oakland A's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll talk about it right now while I'm talking about the A's. He had, I believe it started on his left side. And it came down, and then it just looped right back up, but then stopped here, short of attaching to his other beard, to the rest of his beard. So, just to be clear, no facial hair at all.
Yeah, so if you saw an image of this side of his face, you just thought he had a goatee or something. If you saw an image of this side of his face, it looked like he had a full beard.
And he's a starting pitcher.
Oh, yeah.
So he pitched.
He's officially
I don't know how many innings he pitched. I saw it and I thought, oh, relief pitchers are so weird. And then I was like, wait, I don't think that guy's a relief pitcher.
He's more responsible than that.
Yeah, I expect a little bit more out of my number 3 starters. Thank you very much. It was super weird.
Yeah. I haven't heard any backstory on it or anything.
I don't know if there really is one.
I mean,
I've read 2 different articles about it, and there was not a lot of information.
Yeah.
It's just
I guess there doesn't need to be, but I figured something would come out where, he thought it'd be funny, or he lost a bet, or something.
Real weird, though.
Yeah.
Weird look.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
If this springs some sort of weird facial hair MLB thing, that I'm sure
there has been a lot of
league would shut down.
There has been a lot of guys starting game with mustaches and then shaving them halfway through the game,
Pete Alonso
which is pretty funny.
Pete Alonso was 0 for his last 21.
Yeah. Did I hurt his feelings about his shirt?
Also, I have a funny thing about Pete Alonso that I noticed after watching this Mets-Dodgers series. He's like a You remember Wet Hot American Summer when Paul Rudd, like, they tell him to like clean up his tray or whatever, and he's just like, oh. Like,
that's what he looks like all the time.
yeah, and he like when he strikes out, he just like makes his face like, like it's so funny. He got called. It was like a called third strike, and it wasn't like most players are like, you're fucking wrong, you know. Like he was just like, and like just sauntered back to the dugout. It was so funny, and I can't decide if it like makes me like him more, or if I'm sort of just like, dude, just grow up.
So number 4, I've got the Atlanta Braves. We've talked a lot about them. They're good. Acuna is running for that 40-40 season.
He is.
I think he stole. Oh, I want to make sure I get this right. I think he stole 2 bases. You good?
Yeah, but
I think by the 3rd pitch of the game, he had already stolen 2 bases. I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure he hit the first pitch and then stole second and then stole third.
That's awesome.
I think he's going to run a little more recklessly, knowing that they're in good shape and he could get this 40-40. I mean, I hope he does. He should. And then, I mean, these top 3 are just the worst to rank.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Yankees, Dodgers, Astros.
Cool. I respect that.
Yeah. I mean, I've talked about this. I probably talked about it this season. Like, every time I watch the Astros, I just start counting how many Hall of Famers are on their team.
Yeah.
And it's insane.
The Astros are going to be really hard to beat in the playoffs.
I just can't imagine anybody can.
Yeah. I know. There's been talk of the Dodgers sort of courting Rendon.
Yeah, I actually heard about that.
Which I'm okay with.
I'm still not sure how all those moves work out, but I mean, you can figure that out later.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Hell of a show.
Thanks, guys.
Comment
2 weeks
away.
left. Regular season.
Yeah, that's true. Whoa.